What's up guys, and welcome to another FGO video. This time we'll be talking about the first servant introduced in the Ordeal Call 4, Metatron Jeanne, all of her skills, and yes, she can 3-turn loop with a Black Grail. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, turn on notification bell, and let's jump into the video. Let's begin by addressing that, since I don't play FGO JP, I do not have her. However, I can guarantee that she is able to 3-turn with Black Grail because she meets the necessary criteria, and I will guide you step by step. But first, her passives. Our Angelic Waifu has a lot of them, but the most important ones are 12% crit damage, 8% NP damage, 5 crit stars every turn, extra damage by 225, and of course, the main one, 5% NP gauge every turn, which will be important. Then we go for her skills. The first one is a 7-turn cooldown, which will not matter at the end of the day. That gives 50% NP gauge, 3 evades, debuff immunity 3 times, and 3 turns of buff removal resistance, so this is a staple during most obnoxious challenge quests. The second skill reduces the entire party cooldown by 1, making that 7 turn to not matter at all, while also giving 15 crit stars right away and every following turn for 3 turns. The third skill is her 30% attack buff paired up with 50% crit damage buff and ignore invincibility for 3 turns. All of this for a Buster AoE NP with extra 50% damage against good or evil enemies while healing the whole party and giving extra 10% NP gauge and extra NP damage based on overcharge. Now, how would a setup for her with Black Grail work? So how can we 3-turn everything with our blonde female Astolfo? She needs Habitat and an MLB Battle of Camlem or the Merciless 1C. Start by using all of Jeanne's skills first, the skill 1, then 2 and then 3. This way, her skill 1 will be at 6 turns of cooldown due to her skill 2. Now Habitat will use her full kit to enable her equipped C on turn 2. Koyan uses all of her skills on Jeanne, plug Suit Koyan for the second Koyan, and use both skills 2 and 3 for extra damage on wave 1. Then you can fire off Jeanne's NP1. On turn 2, you will see that Jeanne will have gained 5% NP gauge due to her passive, 10% due to her NP, and 20% due to the Merciless 1 or 15% due to Battle of Camlem, meaning she is now at either 30% or 35% NP gauge. Oberon will be standing there with his skill 1 to make it 50 or 55% NP gauge. The second Koyan will use her skill 1 on Jeanne, making it 100%, and her skill will be back from cooldown at turn 3. Fire off NP2. Now on turn 3, you just need to use Jeanne's skills 1 and 3 again to buff her and gain the 50% NP gauge. This will let her be at 65% due to her passive and NP. Oberon will buff her with skills 2 and 3, and finally the Mystic Code buff, Fire NP3. Sorry since I don't have footage using her, but at least you can say that this was figured out here. Is Jeanne useful? Yes. Do we have another options like Malazan, Morgan or Summer Ibuki? Also yes, this will always be true from now on since this 6th anniversary, but I am more than happy to have another Jeanne joining the fray. Or another blonde Astolfo. They were drawn by the same artist, so don't blame me. And that's it for today's video. Feel free to comment down below any doubts or opinions about this video and this guide, and if you will roll for her. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, turn on notification bell, and catch you later.